Hi everyone, and welcome to this new episode of Revit Programming using Python. And today we're going to try to retrieve the materials of this wall. So first of all, let's take a look at this wall to see the layers that it has. So let's click on Edit here. So this is the exterior side of the wall, and this is the interior side of the wall. We can see that it has 1, 2, 3, 4 layers, and here we have the name of the materials. So let's just take a picture of this and see if we're going to get the same result at the end or not. So if we go to the Revit API docs and you type compound structure class, which describes the internal structure of a wall, floor, roof, or ceiling. If we click on members, we can see that this class deals with layers, materials, sweeps, and so on. So this is what we need to get access to our materials. And to have access to this class, we have first to get the wall type, and inside the wall type we have get compound structure method, which helps us to get inside this class and benefit from all the methods and properties. So to get the type of the wall, you can go to the wall class and scroll down to the properties and use this wall type. So let's go back here and just W type, and I'm going to use s.wall type here. So here I have the wall type now. Now I have, as I said, I'm going to use the compound to get the compound structure. So we go back to the wall type, and this is the one. I'm just going to copy it and come here. So let's just call it com strc, and we are going to use the wall type dot and because it's a method, so we need to use the brackets. So now that I have the compound structure, I can work within this class. So let's go to members and see how to retrieve the materials. So basically I have two ways here. So I can use the first one. I can basically get the material ID. So let's see how can we do this. Let's click here. So here I have to pass the layer index. So let's go back. Let's say, first of all, I have to know how many layers I have in this wall. Let's scroll down again and go to layer count. So I'm going to use this to get basically the number of layers. I'm going to assign it to numLay and say that this is the compound structure dot, as you can see here, the layer count. So if I print now this number of layers, just lay, I called it. So if I click here, I get 4. And if you remember, we said that we have 4 layers, so everything is going all right. So let's just delete this one. And as I said, the first way to get the materials is by getting the material ID. So I can use this one right here, and as we said, we need to pass the index. So I have to create a loop for e in a range, which is the number of layers, this one. So what am I going to do? Let's just call it let's call it lay ID, or just like this. And I'm going to take this compound structure and apply the ID on it. So let's just copy this one here and dot get material ID. And as we said, we're going to pass the index, and here I'm going to pass the I. So it's going to look for each layer. So it's going to get for each layer the material ID. So let's try to print this and see what did we get. Let me just change this one to small letter. So let's see if we got it right. Yes, so we got 4 numbers, or 4 material IDs. So this is the first one, second, third, and fourth. So now I can get the materials using the material ID. So basically, let me just create a list. And here I'm going to append this layer ID. So if I go outside and print the list, I expect to see the numbers. Here they are. So now let's see what can we do. So I'm going to create a for loop again for, let's say, n in lst. I'm going to say that the elements or the materials, just going to call it mat. Going to use the doc.get element. So here it has to be capital letter, and the argument is going to be n inside this list of IDs. So let me go inside and try to print MAT. So first of all, let me just check that everything is correct. I think yes. So here are the materials. I got 4 materials. Let's try to print the name of the materials. Yes, so as you can see, let's check them with this picture that we took before. So the first material from the outside is brick, and here it is. Let me make it a bit bigger. And the second one is fiberglass, and then concrete, and then plaster at the end. So as you can see, the first item is the first item to the exterior side, and the last one is to the interior side. So it is working. And as I said, this is the first way how to do this. There's another way to do this, is by going inside each layer and trying to get the material of each layer. So let's see how can we do this. Just going to get rid of everything, I think. Yes. So let's get rid of everything and go to the compound structure class again in members. So let's go, yes. So here I can get the layers. So let's see how can we do this. I'm going to call it, okay, layers, and I'm going to use this variable dot get layers. So let's try to print layers. Yes, so it's working. I got how many layers? So just to check if it's 4. Yes, it is 4. And here they are. This is the first layer. And here is the second layer, third, and fourth. So they are appearing here as objects. So once I have the layer, what I can do now is to get the material ID for each layer. So basically, I can just create a loop. Let's call it X. I'm going to make it this way. So I'm going to say for E dot material ID, for E in layers. So this is my loop. Let's try to print X now. And here they are. I have the same element IDs as before. So this is the first one that we tried. As you can see, they are similar. Second layer, third layer, and the last one. They are similar. So, and then you can continue and get the materials the same way we did with the first one. So this was it for today. I hope this was useful. Thanks for watching and see you next time.